What must all players do after a tackle?
After a tackle, all other players must be on their feet when they play the ball. Players are on their feet if no other part of their body is supported by the ground or players on the ground. At a tackle, or near to a tackle, other players who play the ball must do so from behind the ball and from behind the tackle player or the tackler closest to those players' goal line. Any player who gains possession of the ball at the tackle must play the ball immediately by moving away or passing or kicking the ball. Any player who first gains possession of the ball must not go to the ground at the tackle or near to it unless tackled by an opposition player. Any player who first gains possession of the ball at the tackle or near to it may be tackled by an opposition player, providing that player does so from behind the ball and from behind the tackle player or tackler nearest that player's goal line. After a tackle, any player lying on the ground must not prevent an opponent from getting possession of the ball. After a tackle, any player on the ground must not tackle an opponent or try to tackle an opponent.
What must players not do?
No player may prevent the tackle player from releasing the ball and getting up or moving away from it. No player may fall on or over the tackled player.
In this example, as the Irish player is tackled, his first supporting player immediately goes off his feet to secure the ball on his side of the ball. This will always be penalised.
10 metres short for Ireland.
Here we have an instance in which the Tongan player goes to ground quickly because he falls over, but immediately the Welsh players arriving come off their feet. If the first Welsh player had have stepped over the Tongan on the ground, he would have actually had control of space around the ball, and there would have been a turnover and possession for Wales. In this instance, at the tackle, the Irish support players are on their feet when they make contact and drive beyond the ball carrier, although their momentum takes them to the ground after the point of contact. They have created a lot of space around the ball. Again, it is easy for the scrum half to see the ball and the referee to referee it.
Good. Now, tackle situation, ball free, and support player comes straight off his feet to cover the ball. Right, immediate penalty. Okay, good pass. Okay, tackle made. Support player straight off his feet, diving on the ball, his side of the ball. All right, what we're trying to not do is get any support player off his feet this side of the tackle. Okay, if you're this side of the tackle and the ball's free, you should be stepping through it. So if we go off your feet this side, you'll always get a penalty against you. Good tackle, ball available, support player. Right, all the weight now, same thing. All right, we're sealing the ball off. What we're trying to get is the support player coming in is either clearing the space or picking the ball up. Right, if he doesn't do either and he just sits there and covers the ball, it's almost like a squeeze ball, where you've got the ball trapped underneath the body, and referees will penalise that. Good. Tackle situation, player in, good lift. Great. First support player stayed on his feet, took the first defender away. There's the space, all right, for the next player. And that's what we want to try and do, all right, is the space around the ball is to try and clear it. So definite decisions for that first support player.
Here, the Australian ball carrier takes the ball into contact, stays on his feet a little bit longer. The support comes over the top on their feet, and it's very easy to see the clear space that they've created around the ball. Makes it very easy to referee.
if the ball's on the ground there, that some people like, you know, if you're coming at it like this, what you want to try and do is say get there quickly, but your last metre, you do, or 2 metres, you actually do a little circle, so you come in square on, because it's like looking down a gun rifle sight. That if you're coming there, you can actually see everything. If you're coming there, you're blinded, and if you actually hit, you're in a poor position. And if the more times that the ball's available and you can come at it like that, you're actually in the strongest position, because if somebody arrives at the same time, you don't have to change anything. All you do is you just leave the ball and get rid of the man. Now, if you're the second man, so if the first man does that, he does that, right, and I'm the second man, go on, over you go, I'm still doing the same, right, he's cleared the space, I can have the ball up, okay? If there's 2 men coming in, there's the ball again, right, you've got to make a decision now, right, go on, over the ball, right, I'm going to go over the ball, you have it up, okay? Or if you make contact, and it's a big contact, because it's a big player, all right, so you have to stick there, but you're still on your feet, all right, and I come up here, right, now we're clear, so we're doing it, so all the decisions are being made in that channel, straight behind the ball. All right, that's what we're after, so the support players, and you don't have to come in a big loop round, all right, you're trying to get there, a good run, a good line to wherever the ball is, and then just in the last 2 or 3 metres, you get yourself in the gun sight, right down the gun sight, because that's where you make your best decisions. That's it. Good tackle made, right square, clear, lifting, good. That's it. And when you think about defenders, now everybody talks about getting somebody in behind, pillars in, and you all start measuring that way, right? And somebody gets a really good clearance here, and you get a pickup like that, you can suddenly be 10 metres that way, and you've got a scrambling defence trying to stop you, all right? It won't always work because you know, you've got bodies in that area as well, but if you're doing that, at worst, you're clearing the ball. At worst, the ball's there, tidy, the referee can see it, scrum half can see it, and you're off, you're playing somewhere else. If you stop on a ball, scrum half can't see it, can't play it, referee can't, he's likely to start making penalty decisions, right? And there's likely to go against as much as for. So that's what you want to take, is take those decisions out of a sort of lottery of what's happening. So the better you can be there, it's safer to play because you're making better decisions, but it's easier to referee as well. That's it. Good tackle, ball clear, man cleared out. That's great clearing. Right, when the defender was coming up, the contact was made here. He's ended up on the floor there. There is nothing illegal about that. That is good rugby, because he's clearing the space where the ball is, and it means that we can be playing either picking through the contact or actually linking away. Often, if a arriving player comes here, right, and he ends up wrestling, and actually that's a weak position, because now all I can try and do is, if he resists, go and resist me, right? I'm going to try and spin him and drag him. That's impossible. All right, I'm in a very weak position. Now, if you get your hands on the ball, right? Now, what I'm looking all the time is at shoulders. If I can get below wherever the shoulders are, then I start to get in a dominant position. And this is anybody now, because it could happen on the wing. I mean, everybody's got to be able to do it. Here we have the Fijian player tackled, presenting the ball well, but an excellent position from the USA defensive player. Unfortunately puts his hands on the ball when he could have driven the supporting Fijian players off the ball completely. Here the Uruguayan player goes to ground early, and the South African on his feet stays below the arriving support players from Uruguay. He has control of the situation over and around the ball.